How's it going, everybody? Chris Cards back through the mail Monday. 4 returns for you today after our marathon of 6 and 7 returns. We just got 4 today, and our first coming from Kansas City. And we've got 88 Topps. We've got Joe Carter. Joe Carter signed very nicely there on the 88 Donruss. 93 Leaf, which I love that set. I think it's beautiful. And of course, 88 Topps along with Cory Snyder. $5 a card, $15. Good deal for a great signer, a great TTMer, and a great player. 5-time All-Star, 2-time World Series champion, including, of course, that 1993 walk-off against Mitch Williams and the Filthies. As you see a previous send out there, I came across this Cory Snyder card, and while getting my 87 Topps and looking at the team leader cards and trying to get multiple signatures on them, I came across an 88 Topps with Carter and Snyder, and I said, well, that's easy. I'm going to get this card dual signed. So next it's going to go off to Cory Snyder, and hopefully you'll see it here in a few weeks completed. Hope it looks great. Thank you, Mr. Carter. Let's move on to our second return of the day. Providence, Rhode Island with the Arnold Palmer stamp. What a great drink that is. And it's sugar-free now if you get the sugar-free lemonade and the unsweetened iced tea. It is magnificent. We've got Dave and Mike Stenhouse. This is a very long return from Dave Stenhouse. Signed the 63 Topps card beautifully. I wonder if he waited till his son was around to sign the Mike Stenhouse portion of the 85 Topps father-son card, because this took a couple years at least, so maybe 3 years. So there you guys go. Dave Stenhouse, great signer, 3-year career, all with the Senators. In fact, he was a 2-time All-Star in that 62 season when they had 2 All-Star games for some unknown reason. That's one of those weird things I see every now and then that I've never looked into, why there was 2 All-Star games in 1962. His son, Mike, didn't play much longer, about 4 years. He was a first-round pick of the Expos back in 1980, 4th overall. Played for the Expos, played for the Twins. And that is it for the duo of Dave and Mike Stenhouse. Very cool to get that father-son dual card signed. What a surprise. Just talking about getting dual signed cards. Got one in the very next envelope. Very cool. Let's move on to our third return. Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania for our very next return. And this one is open. It was sealed. Sometimes they just don't seal them. This time it looks like they sealed it. Maybe they reopened it to put some cards in. Gave it a firm press, but it did not say sealed. And it did make it across the country, it looks like, with all the cards intact. So that's a blessing right there. It's amazing how often that happens. Bob DeLieba, looks like. Bob DeLieba, a couple index cards signed. Played between the years of 1959 and 1965. Never started a game. 176 games appeared in. Never started a single game. Just turned 88 years young. Pretty interesting career. In 1960, the tragedy struck Bob DeLieba. He was driving to teammate Ray Sadecki's wedding when his car in wet weather skidded into the opposite lane and struck another car head-on. There was a infant, 9-month-old infant in his car, a friend's daughter who was killed, and there was another infant in the other car that was killed. Bob DeLieba was charged with reckless driving because his car ended up in the other side of the road. I guess he was probably going too fast for the weather conditions. Did not have insurance. Said he could not afford it. So we've come a long way as far as pay in baseball. So he did fracture a bunch of stuff, concussion, and all sorts of issues. He did come back to pitch again. Wasn't really the same after that. But Bob DeLieba, great signer, interesting career and life. And we are now to our very final return of this week's Through the Mail on Monday. Let's just get right to it. And just like that, our final return coming to us from Seattle, Washington with our manatee stamp, our wildlife stamp. Some sort of wildlife on there. I think it's a manatee. And we've got Bill Kruger. Bill Kruger inscribed 1984 Topps card. And yes, I asked for that Major League debut on there. It looks very cool. 13-year career. No career highlights to think of or to speak of, so I kind of asked for the MLB debut inscription, which is kind of my go-to. As long as it's on their card in which they the team they made their debut on, I think it's fair game. So that looks awesome, especially considering it was an 84 and he debuted in 83. 87 Topps card also for the set. Both those cards will look great in the binder. And Bill Kruger, what else can I say? After playing baseball, he worked for Root Sports for a while as a broadcaster for the Mariners. I remember that quite well. I don't think he's done that in a while, though. Spent 13 years as a financial advisor, bouncing around, doing all sorts of jobs. I guess not really bouncing around at that. 13 years is a pretty long time, in fact, just as long as his MLB career. And that is it, guys, for Through the Mail Monday number 211. Put it in the books. Hope everyone out there had a great weekend. Looking forward to this week. Pitchers and catchers report very soon. Very excited. Could not be any more excited for the start of the baseball season. In fact, we had some the Busch Clash yesterday at the Coliseum on Sunday, so even NASCAR's starting up, and got the Super Bowl next week. I don't really care at all about it, but I guess go Chiefs. And that is it, my friends. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you feel like it. If you're in the mood to watch some more Chris Card videos. Do these every single Monday. Hope you stick around. Enjoy the ride. You never know who we're going to get. It was part of the fun of opening up these envelopes every single week. And that's it, guys. I ain't got much more to say. Hope everyone has a great week. Hope everyone's weather is starting to get nice. I know we had the ice storms the last couple weeks, or last week was pretty bad. So I'm over it, guys. I know it's still February. We're going to get some cold weather still. But, man, I am just ready for springtime / summertime to get here and to just be warm again. Get some sun, some vitamin D in Oregon, where it's just usually miserable 7 months out of the year. So it's time for me to start looking to move somewhere where it's warmer year round, but no humidity. I like that dry heat out here. So those are my requirements. Comment down below with your suggestions. I will talk to you guys later. See ya.